Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 4 of my 1.19 Billionaire Minecraft series where I will collect 1 billion gold ingots in modded Minecraft version 1.19 using the All the Mods 8 mod pack from CurseForge. In today's episode, I am going to make a better power source, and that's because using coal is just not very viable. It seems like I'm finding less coal than I have in previous versions, and that's probably because coal tends to spawn higher up, and I'm doing most of my mining down lower. So what I'm going to do now is hopefully set up a windmill today to get some free energy. So let's get started. So the windmill that I'm going to be making, I believe, is from the mod mechanism, and I can't spell windmill. Let's see. Hang on, let me just look at mechanism. I don't think it's actually called a windmill. Right here, wind generator, there's what it is. And so I need to make this in today's episode. So this looks pretty complicated, but it's actually not too bad. I'm going to need a machine called a metallic infuser, and yeah, that's pretty much it, to be honest. And so it shouldn't be too hard to do this. So let's go ahead and make that metallic infuser. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to double click there. Okay, it was right there, and I'm not sure why. Metallurgic infuser, that's why it went away, because I cannot spell correctly. So metallurgic infuser, it's actually a pretty easy recipe here. So let's go ahead and make 2 furnaces. And then that should be pretty easy to make. So this uses the same energy source as what I already have over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I think, connect it up right here. I'm going to hold shift so I can use my shovel to do 1x1 blocks here. And then I'm just going to use some flux duct that I crafted between episodes to go ahead and connect up to this right here. So there we go. So what I need to do is I need to put redstone in here. But first off, let's figure out how much redstone I need to make, because I don't want to overuse redstone. I do have a decent amount at this point, but I don't have like an infinite amount. So let's not waste it. So I need 1 of these infused alloys on the first stage here, and then I need 2 on each of these. Do I need any here? I don't think so. So I need 5 of these infused alloys in total, and that takes 10 redstone. I think each drop of redstone gives you 10. So 5 redstone and 5 iron ingots is what we're going to drop in there. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, that it doesn't have energy, and so I brought some coal to give this thing energy. I'm not sure how much I want to do, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to tell this to just turn off. It should finish this operation and then stop. And as you can see, one of the problems I'm having right now is my chests are pretty full. And so one of the next things I'm going to work on is storage, but I don't think I'm going to get to that today. I need 5 of these infused alloys, and then I'm also going to need to make a basic control circuit, which takes twice the amount of redstone and 1 osmium ingot. So let's get that kind of ready to go. I can go ahead and throw the redstone in here. That's not a problem. And then once this is done, I can throw the osmium ingot in there as well. So I probably actually shouldn't do that just yet. Okay, so there we go. Let's throw the osmium in there, and then we can get our basic control circuit going. And then we should be able to make this wind generator pretty quickly. So cool. Looks like everything is running as I intended. So let's run over here and make this wind generator. So I need gold ingots. I have gold. That's not a problem. I need, what, 6 gold here. So let's try this one more time here. 2 of those, and then I can make a wind generator. I'm not sure how much power this is going to make. I don't think it's a lot, but I don't super need it to be a lot. I just need some energy. And because I have the server going all the time, just having a little bit of energy is going to be super helpful. So let's go ahead and put it right here. Okay, so it's generating. Oh wow. I think it's generating this number right here, but it can output up to this right here. I could be 100% wrong about that, so you might want to look it up in a wiki if you're actually going to use this. But it's going to be much improved over that dynamo to where I had to actually get coal or charcoal or something to actually power it. So that's not what I want to do there. I actually want to and I can't even do what I want to do. I probably shouldn't put my windmill quite right here, but it'll be fine. We can just put this down, and then I'm just going to run this to inside to connect up with what I have already in there. And then I'll probably go ahead and remove that dynamo because it is honestly really bad when you compare it to the wind generator here. So that's cool. So let's go ahead, and I do want to cover this up. I want to make it look okay. Let's go ahead and do this as well. And then just because we can, let's throw one more in there. So cool. So this will give us some energy, and now I shouldn't have to worry about energy for a little while anyways. And in the future, if I need more power, I can just set up a few more wind generators, and then at some point I will get into better energy generation. But you know, for right now, it'll be more than enough. So let's go ahead and turn this back on to ignored, which is the default state. Basically, it runs if it has energy in the ignored mode. With the high redstone mode, basically I need to give it a redstone signal for it to operate. I don't need that. I just want it to run at this point. So the next thing I want to do is I want to make a battery, and that is because I can actually use more energy over here than that can generate, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but each of these machines use 20 RF per tick when they're running. So when this operation is running, it'll use 40 RF per tick. And right now, I think that wind generator is producing 32.8 or something like that. Forge energy per tick or RF per tick. I think they're pretty much just interchangeable. But so I would like to have an energy cell or a battery of some sort. So I have chosen the energy cell from the redstone, or not redstone series, sorry, the thermal series of mods. So let's take a look at what I need to do to make one of these. So there are other energy cells I could have looked at, but yeah, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use the redstone flux cell from the thermal series of mods. So let's go ahead and see what we need to do. The cured rubber, I actually do think I have a way to get that. Not very sustainably, but I did harvest a bunch of dandelions between episodes, and I should be able to make the rubber for that. So let's actually start there because I believe I will need to cook the rubber. So the recipe I'm going to be using is dandelions surrounded by a water bucket. I don't think it'll use the water bucket, but if it does, I do have iron enough to make the more buckets should I need to, but I don't think it does consume. So let's just bring this crafting table outside and place it beside water because that'll make things just a little bit easier here to do, because I do need to do this 4 times or something. So I do have a water bucket. Let's go ahead and throw dandelions around it. And I didn't think it would use the bucket, but I wasn't sure. Let's go ahead and fill both buckets up, and then I can do this. Okay, so I need one more. I have more dandelions than I need, which is fine. And because I like to have empty buckets, I did go ahead and fill both of them up because one of them is going to become an empty bucket. We can put it right here. Actually, I like to have 8 empty buckets at all times, but, you know, iron's kind of... I don't have a lot of iron at this point. Iron is definitely a little bit less common than in previous versions of Minecraft that I've played. The last one being, I think, 1.16. So we have our rubber. I do need to get that furnacing. Let's just bring it over here, and then I can work on the rest of the craft here. So let's put our crafting table back, and let's see what else we need to do. So I need electrum. So I need gold and silver, and I think it's in equal portions to make electrum. Gold and silver, so yeah. And I also I have my ore hammer here, so I need 2 gold and 2 silver. I should have lots of silver. If they're not in this chest, then it's in the other chest. So let's get our ore hammer here and make some gold and silver dust, and then we just combine this to make electrum, and that also needs to be furnaced up. Okay, so let's see what else we need to do, or what we can do. So the electrum, we have lead and glass. Do I have glass? I knew I had glass somewhere. I wasn't sure if I had it with me. I don't have lead in my inventory either, so let's grab that. And then let's grab the cured rubber. Don't need that just yet. So I do need a redstone flux coil. I don't think I have a gold ingot with me. I do have redstone. The flux coil is just made like so. And so we need a block of redstone as well. So let's grab that. And then this stuff should be almost done. Okay, so I do need... Okay, I thought I had some iron nuggets somewhere, but maybe I used them all. I have gold nuggets. So between episodes, I did go through a village and get all the chests. So that's where I got bread, and I got some other stuff from as well. Okay, so I thought I had iron nuggets. Apparently, I used them all, so let's just make another set of iron nuggets here. Iron nuggets are obviously pretty easy to make. You just take one iron ingot. And then I believe the electrum gear that we need is made like so. Okay, so I just need to make this, and then I should have everything I need. And this is a battery. So let's go ahead and... I might as well, to be honest, just tear this out. I don't need it. It's just a really poor energy source. It's just kind of a starter energy source, to be honest. So I have everything I need there. Let's go ahead and put the energy cell right here. And then let's see here. I'm going to need to configure this. So right now, all of the sides are configured to not be connected to anything. So the left side, blue is in. And as you can see, it connected up there. And we're getting energy already. And the left side is going to be out. And so this stuff should have energy now from the battery. And then I'm going to make this face also an out so that we can connect up to that. I'm also going to make the top to be an out, but right now I'm not going to use that. I am just going to cover that up. So let's do that super quick. I should have dirt over here somewhere. And I just want to make it look nicer. So I have a battery down there. That's cool. And so now I shouldn't struggle with power or anything. So that is awesome. So let's see here. I do want to make another machine from the thermal series of mods, and that is the induction smelter. That way in the future I don't have to use this copper ore hammer, at least I don't think I will, to make alloys. So let's take a look at what we need to do to make an induction smelter. Okay, so the induction smelter is a blast furnace, invar gears. Okay, so let's worry about the invar gears first. I need to make 8 invar ingots, and I'm actually going to end up making 9, I think, because it's 2 iron and a nickel makes 3 invar. So I need to... I don't have nickel with me, but I have plenty of nickel in my chests. So I need, I think it was 2 iron, 2... each nickel, so I need 3 of those, and then I need 6 of these. And then the recipe is just this right here, shapeless, and then let's get that cooking. So that's the invar that I'm going to need. I should have sand somewhere. Ooh, I don't have very much, but I have just enough. I do need to make another machine frame, so that's 10. Once again, I need glass. And I don't have 10 with me either, so I need 4 10 ingots. Okay, that is simple enough. So the gears are made like so. There actually might be another recipe for the gears. There's not. For the iron gear, there is a different recipe that just doesn't have the iron nugget in the middle. Not sure. I'm assuming it's just from a different mod, but let's get the machine frame made. I clicked on the wrong thing there. I need the blast furnace made. I need another furnace here. And then I should have the things that I need to make a blast furnace with me. There's my blast furnace. We need another redstone coil. Got a monster that spawned nearby. Luckily, I don't think they can get in. Okay, so we just need the invar gears. Just need to wait on this last invar here, and then I can make this induction smelter. And that's going to be super useful because I won't have to use my ore hammer anytime that I want to make a alloy. So that's cool. Nope, I only put 1 in there. Not sure why. Okay, so there's the induction smelter. I do want to put this over here, and let's just put it in the corner here. And we can very easily connect this up by doing this right here. And then I do want none of these to be connected to any inventories here. So that's cool. And so with the induction smelter, if we take a look at some of the recipes, we can use blocks, we can use dusts, and we can very commonly just use the ingots themselves to make, say, steel. That's a decent alloy there. And then, yeah, there's lots of recipes here. And you can get lots of cool stuff from it. Mainly alloys, but you can also get some other things like cinnabar and rich slag that can be useful in ore processing. So there's one more thing I'd like to do in today's episode, and that kind of maybe helps me get to the goal of diving into refined storage. And that is going to make a fluid extractor. So that I can get latex. So let's take a look at what I need to do to make a fluid extractor. I don't think I have a whole lot of stuff in my inventory that I'm going to need, but I could be wrong here. It's actually, I think, kind of a common or a pretty easy to make machine. So I do have wood. I have plenty of wood. And actually I don't want to use the acacia logs because I'm going to be using those to actually make the latex. So there's a piston. So I need a pity machine frame. That's not a problem. And then I need a few more iron ingots. Looks like 3. And then I also need 2 gold. I believe the trapdoor or the weighted pressure plate, sorry, is 2 gold. So there we go, the fluid extractor. It is a machine that can use power, but it doesn't have to. I might as well hook it up to power. I do have plenty of power at this point. You know what? I don't need to because this is going to be running all the time, and I have no way to automatically feed it logs at this point. It should be okay. That is facing the wrong direction, so let's break it and face it this way. So this side right here is the side that is going to be harvesting the fluid. If you hook it up to power, I believe this progress bar doesn't start at the top. It starts maybe at 3 seconds or 2 seconds. I'm not really sure. But it's not necessary for me to hook it up to power. And what we're going to do, and let's right click the fluid extractor and let's take a look at some of the recipes here. There are several different things we can get, but latex being the most common one. Apparently it's only latex in this mineral resin. But if we take a look at the recipes, the acacia logs give us more latex than the other ones do. So I am going to be using those. I do have plenty of acacia logs, so let's go ahead and set this up. And as we see, it should start getting latex. And actually, I'm going to move this whole operation. I didn't mean to place it here. That's my bad. Because I actually want to place a tank beside the fluid extractor. So let's put the fluid extractor here. And let's put the acacia log here. And now we have latex coming in. Let's make a fluid tank, and then I think that'll be a good wrapping up point for today's episode. And the tank I'm going to be using, I think it's just called the basic fluid tank. It's pretty easy to make. Just some iron and redstone here, so let's grab some iron. As you can see, I'm kind of running through iron just a little bit. There we go, and I do want to go ahead and place this down right beside the fluid extractor, and hopefully I can, if I go to the fluid extractor here, okay, so the front is over here and is facing the acacia log, so I think what we're going to need to do is the back. Maybe it's the front. There, okay, there we go. So this is the back, I guess, and this is the front. So I just needed to have it push out the front. So there we go. We have some latex in here, and this should keep going as we are in a chunk loaded area. At some point in the future, I do want to add some kind of a block placer to this system. So once the acacia log is depleted, it breaks and it disappears. And so I do want to have a block placer of some sort. But I don't think I can make one yet. Actually, I could look at some of the other mods. Because this block placer requires plastic. And to get plastic requires... I'm looking at the wrong plastic, maybe. To make this plastic, I need dry rubber, and then to get dry rubber, I need latex to be put through a latex processing unit. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to wait on some latex here, but that's not a problem. I can keep this thing going. Anytime I'm around, I can just place down an acacia log. And in fact, I might as well just divest myself of that because I don't need it. So I think that's a good wrapping up point. In today's episode, I set up my wind generator outside. I'm not going to go outside because there is a mob out there, as you can see right through this wall. But I placed a wind generator down to make energy, and that's going to help my energy production quite a bit. And then I made an energy cell that will basically serve as a battery, and then for my energy system here. And then I made an induction smelter, which will help me make alloys without needing an ore hammer, and that's going to be cool. And then finally, I made a fluid extractor to help me get latex. This will run all of the time, as long as there is an acacia log here or another log that it can extract latex from. So that's really cool. This can run between episodes, and in a few hours I should have a really good amount of latex. And then in the next episode, maybe I can continue setting up a system to actually process that latex into things that I can actually use. So if you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to drop a like down below. If you enjoy large-scale automation in modern Minecraft, that's typically what I do. Definitely consider subscribing to my channel if that describes you. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will build with you next time.